Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 15 December 2022. Thursday night, 9 o'clock. Time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel. And this knife sale will be the last knife sale in which you can purchase a knife and have it under the tree on Christmas morning. So let's not dawdle, shall we? First up, before we get to the meat of the sale, a little bit of housekeeping as usual. I will need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale if you'd like to buy a knife. I'm going to post them on the screen for you. I'll also print them in the description underneath this video. Also in the description at the very top above the terms of the sale, you're going to find 3 links to previous videos on the channel. The first, the Primer for Buyers video. That's a 38-minute expanded explanation of, you guessed it, the terms of the sale. So if you are a new customer, please watch that video. It will give you a great bit of help and make your buying process go much more smoothly. The second link is to my FAQs for Consignors video. If you would like to use this weekly sales event to move along some of your collection, that video explains how this all works from the consignor's perspective. And then the third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the TheApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. So in the all-important video description, you got those 3 links. Then the terms of the sale. Then at the bottom, the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps on the left, pricing on the right. In the pricing column, the number on the left is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right, as sharpened by the TheApostleP Knife Service. No next day sharpening this week. I am still digging out of a hole with sharpening backlogs, so your sharpened knife should ship in 3 to 4 weeks. That is it for housekeeping. Oh, except if you see the word sold in lieu of a price, that means the knife has already been bought and paid for by its new owner. No need to send and I'll take it. That's all for the housekeeping. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you. We'll be right back with the sale video. Here are the terms. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First up, we just have 2 leftovers from last week. The first one is a shocker. This knife needs a little love, guys. This is from Citadel Knives, Cambodia. And it is the Chantha, C-H-A-N-T-H-A. You know, it looks like a rather crude, kind of old technology liner lock, but it's really a pretty squared away knife. You have a closed length of 4 inches. You've got beautifully crowned and finished smooth white bone scales, red liners, polished stainless steel backspacer with a lanyard loop and a nice braided leather lanyard. Stainless steel liners, and one of those is your lock mechanism. There's your lock engagement. You've got this beautiful blade. You've got a little heat treat scale left on the Bowler N690 blade steel. 3 inches of blade, polished bevels. Now, these knives come convex sharpened from the factory. Got a nice little swedge. This one's got a little bit of a hairy edge going toward the tip. My consignor paid me to sharpen this, but I left it unsharpened until you buy it because you could go either way with this one. You might want a V-bevel, I'll be happy to do that. You might want to keep it convex, I'll be happy to do that. And this will be done whichever way you choose next day. So if you buy this knife, choose which way you'd like it sharpened. and I will do that for you tomorrow. Okay, so lockup is dead rock solid. Action is buttery smooth. I think this is on, I think it's on Teflon washers. Detent's a little bit soft, but you know, you build a little thumb pressure and out she comes. Centering is actually favoring the lock side ever so slightly. Condition is very near mint, no box. These are $179 online. I think I got that price at Knife Center. We ran it last week at $145. It didn't sell. We dropped it to $130 for the weekend. It's still here. Let's do $120 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Citadel Chantha. Next up, I don't say this very often, but you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. This is from Al-Mar, and this is the good days of Al-Mar. When Al was alive and they were having knives made in Seki City, Japan. This one is special. It is a Hawk. Look at the slip. I don't believe it's ever been in a pocket. I don't know what kind of wood these covers are, but it is gorgeous. You've got your stainless steel bolster, satin finish, just a little bit of storage wear in the satin is all. You've got your full flat ground spear point blade. It is a limited edition, number 26 of 200. Blade steel is AUS 8. Blade length is 3 1/8. Very slight vertical play if you pull up. Zero side play. Buttery smooth action. Centering is very close to perfect, if not perfect. Let's see. We'll call it near mint, in box, with slip, limited edition. An extinct knife company in its original form. These limited edition knives are unobtainium. This is the only one I've ever seen. We ran it last week at $180. Didn't sell. Dropped it to $160 for the weekend. It's still here. Guess what? It is not going down anymore. If it doesn't sell for $160, my seller will be happy to take it back. Somebody needs to snag this. Anyhow, $160 like it is, $180 with an ApostleP edge. That is the Mar Hawk limited edition. Next up, from Rigid Knives. This one made in 1975 to 1977. Comes in the original box. Come on, baby. Come out of there. Okay. We have the, well, we've got a paper towel. Then we get the original rigid paperwork. It's the model RG50 Mohawk. Stainless steel satin finished handle. Lockback mechanism. Super smooth. Very, very slight side play. Gorgeous clip point blade. Blade is 2 1/2. Handles 3 3/8. Very nice in the hand, especially if you like to come forward a little. Super snicky. Blade centering's off, but it's very near mint. Just some storage rubs in the satin. You can't find one of these anywhere. Gotta be worth $50. Gotta be worth $50. $70 if you like my edge on it. That's the rigid RG50 Mohawk. Next up, we've got a classic of classics. It's from Schrade. It's the Old Timer series. The model number is the 858 Stockman. Not a small knife. 4 9/16. Closed length on the serpentine Stockman. Rat tail bolsters. Clip main on a long pull and a cam tang. Stainless steel blades on this one. Pull, we'll call it a 6. Nice walk and talk. Center blade will be a nail nick sheep's foot. And the third blade will be a nail nick spay. Covers on this are jigged Delrin. The blades appear to be unused. It does have some pocket wear in the bolsters. So we'll call it excellent to near mint, no box. Got to be worth 40 bucks for an American-made old-timer, probably from the late 80s, early 90s. So yeah, 40 bucks like it is. 80 if I sharpen all three blades. That's the Schrade old-timer 858 Stockman. Next up, check this out, guys. Not one, not two, but three interesting little pocket knives. So I teased about this yesterday. These are going to be one entry in your inventory, and there are three available, and I looked them over pretty close. They're all identical. So let's just look at one. This knife is the Sakai, that's S-A-K-A-I, Glesser Hotaru, which means Firefly in Japanese. So your tank stamp says Sakai on the show side, and then a U.S. patent pending, and then Japan on the off side. Single-sided right-hand thumb stud. This tells you how old it is. It's a Phillips screw. A little combo edge blade in stainless steel. Don't know what stainless steel. This is back from the mid-80s, I believe. Blade length is 1 13/16. The handle is 2 15/16. Fluted fiberglass reinforced nylon. Notice the two screws by this yellow rubber pad, that turns on a light. Now all these have dead batteries, but you just put a little battery in from Batteries Plus. There's your battery cover. And then you've got a keychain with split ring and a crab claw and a pretty doggone heavy duty system. A little swivel. All three are basically like new, no box. We'll call them near mint. They're just a little dirty. By the way, rock solid lockup, beautiful action, and perfect centering on all three of them. So these will be $50 each. I'll mark them sold when they're all three gone. $65 if you like my edge on it, but I would probably, if you're a Spyderco collector, just buy it, tuck it away. It's history of the Spyderco brand. That is the Sakai Glesser Hotaru, or Firefly. Next up, all right, Victorinox heads, this is your moment. Check this out. That is lime green or toxic green G10 with the Victorinox cross. And because of the color, it shows every bit of dirt it ever came in contact with. This is a champion, not a Swiss champ, a champion from the pre-86 production era. And it's customized, recovered by Swiss Bianco. A Victorinox Swiss Army knife modder of some note. So let's walk through the tool set, shall we? You got your can opener, small screwdriver. You got your cap lifter, wire cutter. You got a Phillips driver. You got a magnifying glass that is unmarked. You got scissors. You got a saw. You got a fish scaler. You've got a file. You've got a pen blade and a main blade. Blades are untouched. On the back side, corkscrew and jeweler's screwdriver, toothpick, tweezer, parcel hook, little flat blade, chisel, and all with a sewing eye, a split ring, and a partridge in a pear tree. I'm going to call it near mint, no box, just because there is a little tiny bit of soiling in the G10. All the tools are like new. It is on the 91mm frame, in case you're wondering. This ain't going to be cheap, boys, nor should it be. We're talking about a 35, 36-year-old rare and discontinued model with Swiss Bianco mods. Your price $150 like it is, $180 I sharpen both blades. That's the Victorinox Champion Swiss Bianco. Next up, from a Spyderco, we have an Endura, not just any Endura. Notice the red fiberglass reinforced nylon handle, the OG handle with the single fastener ambidextrous tip-up pocket clip. Midlock with boy dent. The blade steel is going to say AUS 6, and it's a trainer. How about that? Not the newer style trainer with the new handle and the holes in the blade. This is the OG Endura trainer, and this sold brand new at Bond's House of Cutlery, I don't know, what, 35 years ago? For $72.95. Price tag still in place. That's how near mint this knife is. Lockup is rock solid. Action is beautiful. And the centering pretty much has to be perfect. You can't find these anywhere. Spyderco collectors. Here you go, 75 bucks. And no, we are not sharpening it. That's the Spyderco Endura trainer. Next up, we got more history. Yes, we do. We are jumping into the Wayback Machine again, and we're pulling out a Kershaw. Look at that. Crowned, polished G10 scales. A Kershaw clip I have never seen one of. We've got right hand only ramped thumb studs, Kershaw speed safe action. That combo edge Warncliffe blade says Kershaw USA Ken Onion. It is beautifully engraved. Model 1500 ST in ATS 34 steel. How about that, guys? Lockup is solid. There's your engagement. It is a liner lock knife, speed safe spring assist mechanism. Centering is like dead. Speed safe action is awesome. Blade length is 2 11/16. Handle is 3 11/16. The model is as it said on the blade, the 1500 ST, which is the mini task. Clip is right hand tip down only. Condition is very near mint, no box. Your price on this one, 95 bucks like it is, 115 with my edge on it. That is a piece of Kershaw American-made history right there. 95 like it is, 115 sharpened on the Kershaw 1500 ST mini task. Next up, if you thought that was cool, you might like this even better. Do you see the family resemblance? This one is the 1520 Ricochet from Kershaw. That same crowned and polished G10 scale set. Same clip. This one's blackened, however. This was purchased at House of Cutlery. The price tag never been removed. Speed safe action. Gorgeous drop point blade. CPM 440V is your blade steel. Blade length on the Ricochet, 3 1/8, 4 7/16 handle. If you think about when this was made, I think pre-2000, to have a CPM steel, that would have been a really big deal. Hollow ground, speed safe mechanism, stainless steel liner lock, rock solid lockup, super free action. Centering is about dead down the middle. The parkerized black clip still looks beautiful. Very near mint, no box. I only could find one pricing reference for this knife. It was a sold listing on eBay, and the listing for buy it now was $180, and it was sold on a best offer. I don't know how much. But I bet it wasn't 95 bucks. That's what you can buy this one for. 95 bucks like it is 120 with my edge. The Kershaw 1520 Ricochet. Next up, oh guys, these knives just keep going up and up and up in value. Why? Because it's a cold steel. It's not only a Lynn Thompson cold steel, it's a San Mai cold steel. It's not only a San Mai Lynn Thompson cold steel, but it's a made in Japan San Mai Lynn Thompson cold steel. This would have been one of the black box knives. We do not have the box for this, just that nylon sheath. The handle material is very much like Kraton. I don't know if it is, but it's a very firm checkered rubber lockback configuration. The model is the Shinobu. It's 3 9/16 closed. It has a stunning little clip point blade. And if you look really closely, if I can get the camera not to reflect, you can see the line of demarcation and the lamination of that San Mai steel. Beautifully hollow ground. On this side we have cold steel San Mai, trademarked. And then Ventura, California, made in Japan on this side. Lockup is dead rock solid. Action is super free. Centering is very close, but not quite perfect. Condition is going to be very near mint, no box. These will not ever go down in value. You can buy this one for 150 bucks, like it is. 170 with an Apostle P edge. The cold steel black box Shinobu. Next up, that was a knife from the glory days of cold steel. Now we have one from the glory days of SOG specialty knives. No box, just that beautifully made nylon sheath. The knife is the SOGWinder. The SOGWinder. So a stainless steel frame with a soft, grippy set of checkered rubber scales. We have a deeply swedged spear point blade, and I believe that says Seki Japan. And I believe the blade steel on this knife to be AUS 8. Blade length is 3 7/16. Beautiful knurled brass thumb studs. The handle is 4 5/8. Midlock mechanism. Oh my. Rock solid, super free. Centering is going to be off to the left. What a knife though. Man, it's beautiful in the hand. You are not ever going to lose your grip on that thing. Condition will be near mint to like new, no box, but with the sheath. Your price, and again, this guy's is probably close to a 30-year-old knife, and it is a work of art. Your price $150 like it is. $175 with my edge on it. That is the SOG SOGWinder. Next up, I don't think we're going to see any more of these knives, guys. This is from WR Case & Sons Cutlery. The knife inside that long box is a TB 61546 Backpocket in burnt amber jig bone in 154 cm. So this line is kind of a tweener. It's somewhere between the Tony Bose annuals and then the base CV and True Sharp series. So this is 154 cm Backpocket, and that is burnt amber jig bone, curved handle, large trapper, basically, right? 4 5/8 inches of closed length. Single blade on a cam tang. It is a muskrat clip in 154 cm. I need to wipe that off. There we go. Nail neck and a cut swedge. It's actually on half stop, but there's a little bit of blade rattle at half stop. You can see that movement. I would imagine all of them had that. Pull weight is about a 6. Centering is very close to perfect. We'll call this near mint to like new in box. These are discontinued and out of stock. If you find a 154 cm Tony Bose Backpocket, good luck. You did good. Your price on this one, $150 like it is, $175 if you'd like it with my edge on it. That's the case. TB 61546 Backpocket. Next up, we have one of our combo deals. We're going to call this the K-Bar Buck Combo. So there's the buck, and here's the K-Bar. So let's get that buck out of the way. And let's talk about this K-Bar. Here's your box. I don't know, guys. What would you think? Late 90s, early 2000s? Model number is 02-4050. D2 steel, made in USA. Serrated clip blade. What on earth is that? Well, you are looking at a pair of titanium scales. That is a tip down right hand only pocket clip, a single sided thumb disc. There's your D2 blade, gorgeous clip point. Marked D2. Stainless steel liner lock mechanism. There's your engagement. It is rock solid. It's on Teflon washers. The centering is very close. Condition on this is, I'm going to say, near mint to like new in box. Okay? And then the buck is a 424 Bucklight 2. Now they're still making the Bucklight. This one's going to come in a pretty innovative sheath, actually. It opens at the top. It splits open. Your buck paperwork inside. And it's just a Bucklight. So you got your molded FRN handle, pinned construction, lockback mechanism, but a drop point blade in 420HC. Rock solid lockup. Nice free blade. Centering is going to favor the left just a little. That's a pretty nice old Bucklight, I got to say. A very early model. So you get the buck, and then you get that super rare K-Bar. Your price for the combo is going to be $80 plus 20 each to sharpen. That's in your inventory as the K-Bar Buck Combo. Next up, got one from Civivi. It's sort of the, well, you know, it's like the Kleenex of Civivi. It's the Elementum. It's the Civivi every Civivi collector owns, right? A superb little EDC knife. This one, wearing black canvas micarta scales. Deep carry right hand tip up pocket clip. Just a tad bit of pocket wear. Ball bearing flipper. I'm going to call it a black wash blade. It's like something like DLC coating, but it's been lightly tumbled. Blade steel is D2, 2 15/16 blade, 4 1/16 handle. Lock engagement is right where you want it. I don't know how well you can see that. There you go. Blade is super free. Flipping action is awesome. Blade centering is about perfect. Condition, we'll say near mint. No box. I think you can buy these new for $50 online. Probably have to pay a little postage, a little sales tax. Your price on this one, $40 all in, shipped, priority mail. $60 with my edge on it. That's in your inventory as Civivi Elementum B.A.K can for black canvas and DLC. Next up, this will be a first for the Apostle P Thursday Night Knife Sale. Got one from Jack Wolf Knives, my buddy Ben Belkin. Modern interpretation, timeless design. Inside the cardboard box, you will find not a tube, but a tin tube. Inside the tin tube, you see a beautiful split grain or kind of a Horween leather slip. Inside the slip, oh, it's the Vampire Jack. Yeah, buddy. Oh, titanium frame, liners and bolsters and end caps, all integral, one piece on each side. Stainless steel back spring. And for the Vampire Jack, how about a little lava flow? Carbon fiber. 3 7/8 closed. Out of that handle comes a 3-inch spear point blade, a full height hollow grind in M390. I'm going to say super skinny behind the edge. Walk and tuck are beautiful, as is the centering. Pull weight, I'm going to say, is a solid 8. Gorgeous coffin-shaped handle. Of course the Vampire Jack has a coffin-shaped handle. Nicely done. It's like new in the box. With slip. These are out of stock, and obviously they make them in several cover materials. The one to have is the red and black lava flow carbon fiber. Hard to find one of these for south of $300, but you did today. Your price $280, like it is. $305 with my edge. The Jack Wolf Vampire Jack. Next up, you thought that was a sweetie. How about this? From Tactile Knife Company, we got a rock wall, and we've got a special bronze anodized version. The card says the scale mill pattern is called Wi-Fi MagnaCut blade, 61 Rockwell. Look at this beauty. So those are titanium scales with the Wi-Fi mill pattern, and then a bronze anode that I think picks up hints of purple at certain angles. Am I seeing a bronze anodized titanium pivot and thumb stud? I believe I am. Pocket clip's going to be deep carry, right hand tip up only. The blade, a sexy swedged drop point in MagnaCut. 3 1/16 blade, 4-inch handle, super efficient blade to handle ratio. There's your lock engagement on the liner lock. It is rock solid. Ball bearing pivot, I think. Yeah. Blade centering is dead. Condition, near mint to like new, probably like new. These are out of stock in the Wi-Fi mill pattern. I think they sold new for $299 and have gone up from there. We're going to sell this one for $300, but I'm pretty sure you can't buy one for that. I couldn't find one for sale or a recently sold listing. These are in small numbers. $330 if you'd like my edge on it. That is the Tactile Rockwall Wi-Fi. Next up, we have reached the save me from myself moment of tonight's sale. Ooh, we got one from Hogue Knives. The knife inside is the 64133 Ballista 1. I'm a sucker for royal blue hard anodized aluminum. And here we go. A beautiful, beautiful blue hard ano on the aluminum scales. And guys, I took the last one of these I had for sale into the bike shop on a Saturday and had everybody grab it and play with it. That pocket clip rocks. Shorty, deep carry, ambidextrous, and these stamped scallops are the best thing ever for pulling a clip out of the pocket. They don't grab you going that way, but they sure do coming up. Awesome clip. Beautiful. Button lock auto with safety. Superb action. Stonewashed 154 cm blade. Swedge drop point. Nice and broad. Pretty skinny behind the edge. My consignor has given this one a nice polished edge. I'm going to give you a sharpened price, but it doesn't need it. Lockup is rock solid. Blade length is 3.5. Handles 4 9/16. You saw the action. It's amazing. Centering is dead. I'm going to call it near mint in box just because it has a better than factory edge. You can buy these brand new, your favorite web retailer, that'll run you $161 plus tax, or just buy this one. $125 all in, shipped, priority mail. $150 with my edge, probably doesn't need it. That is the Hogue 64133 Ballista 1. Next up, well, we've got 2 case knives in the sale, and they're both from Tony Bose. How about that? Got a little box. The label says it's a TB 6.51117 DAM for Damascus. It is a swayback. It is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's the swayback. Oh, 3 3/16 closed length. Bone stag, which means bone machined to look like stag. Oh, we've got a 7 pull on a half stop. We got a Damascus blade, little warny. Yes, we do. Oh, sweet walk and talk. Oh, centering I'm going to call close. It is near mint to like new in box. Discontinued, out of stock. I couldn't find this knife listed or recently sold on eBay with the Damascus blade, and you're probably not going to see any more case Bose knives, I don't think. So let's just take a stab at it. How about 85 bucks like it is? 100 with my edge. That's the case Bose TB 6.51117 swayback Damascus. Next up, oh my gosh, it's our first Great Eastern cutlery knife of the evening. From the Titty line, we got an 06 Pemberton model 060119er in dark blue jig bone. This particular Pemberton is gorgeous. Little mini Coke bottle, right? Single Warncliffe blade. 1095 steel. 2 3/4 inches closed length. Full flat ground satin finish, no etch. Beautiful little drawn swedge and a nail neck. Oh, it walks. It talks. Centering, I don't know, would perfect be okay? All right. Condition, near mint to like new in tube. I could not find one of these listed or recently sold on eBay. Have they all dried up? I don't know. Let's do 95 bucks like it is. 110 with my edge. The GEC Titty 06 Pemberton. Next up, now watch yourselves on your I'll take it's. I've got 1, 2, 3 of these in different configurations, so please use the whole description. A Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knife. It's a number 14 Lick Creek Boys Knife, model 141118, in dark red jigged bone. You notice the oak leaf shield and the red die. That's probably a DLT trading. Special factory order. Plain end cap, lined bolster, all nickel silver. Single clip. Stout pull. I'm going to say a 7.5. Yeah, on that little knife. That little barely 3-inch closed length knife. Had to give her a little wipe. Oh, what a stunning clip point. Long pull, cut swedge, Northfield etch. Yeah. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Near mint to like new in tube. Again, they're gone. I mean, there are no used ones for sale. So let's just give you a good deal. How about 130 like it is? 150 sharpened. That's in your inventory as GEC Northfield number 14 Lick Creek Boys Knife DRJB for dark red jig bone. Next up, if you guessed it's another 14, you got it. From the Titty Ute line, we got a number 141118 Lyle's Lick Creek Boys Knife in Desert Iron Wood. All steel on this one, guys. Satin finished hardware. Satin finished ironwood. Hard to pick up the figuring in this light, I'm sure, but it's beautiful. I don't know what we call that shield, but sure is gorgeous. Pull weight, I'm going to say a solid 7. Walk and talk are stout and beautiful. Centering is dead down the middle. Closed length, 3 1/32. We'll call it near mint, maybe like new in tube. I don't even see any wear in the satin. That is a sweetie. Man, that's a sweetie. I can't find one anywhere. Got to be worth 150 bucks though. That's your price. 150 like it is, 170 with my edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Titty number 14 Lick Creek Boys Knife Ironwood. Next up, the last of our 14s. And it's a Titty Ute, and it's got Lyle's picture on the tube. Model 141118 in antique amber jigged bone. That's kind of cool, wouldn't you say? All steel. Single clip. Pull weight. A solid 7 again. Man, these are strong little son of a guns. Beautiful walk and talk. Closed length 3 1/32. Full flat ground, satin, no etch. Man, beautiful walk and talk. And beautiful centering. Condition. Near mint to like new in tube. Again, I can't find these for sale. Where did they go? Let's do 125 like it is, 145 with my edge. That's the GEC Titty number 14 Lick Creek Boys Knife AAJB for antique autumn jig bone. Next up, it's another one from GEC. This one is a Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knife. It is a number 48 Slimline Trapper, an improved Trapper. Model 488217 in Sweet Pickle Jigged Bone. The 48, 3 7/8 inches of closed length. What a stunning profile, and man, that Sweet Pickle Jig Bone looks hot. Unexcelled shield, double line bolster, plain end cap. Main blade, muskrat clip. Nail nick, cut swedge, Northfield etch. Beautiful walk and talk. Pull weight, I'm going to say 7. Secondary blade, a full length Warncliffe. Isn't that gorgeous? TIW tang stamp. Oh, perfect walk and talk. Centering is also beautiful on both blades. Condition is near mint, in tube. Unobtainium, guys. You can't find these anywhere. Your price on this one, $240 like it is. $275 with an Apostle P edge on both blades. That's in your inventory is GC Northfield number 48 Improved Trapper SPJB for Sweet Pickle Jig Bone. And if you thought that one was special, how about this? Another Northfield, another 48 Improved Trapper, model 488217. This one in Sandbar Stag. Oh, 3 7/8 inches of closed length. Look at that stag. That is hot. And here is the pile side. Also hot. Main muskrat clip, long pull, nail nick, cut swedge, Northfield etch. I'm going to say about a 6.5 on this one, pull weight. Secondary Warncliffe, nail nick, cut swedge. Beautiful walk and talk, beautiful blade centering. We'll call this one a like new in tube. Can't find one anywhere. Your price, $350, like it is, and it does have the. Where is it? Somewhere. There it is. The Titusville Ironworks tang stamp. $350 like it is. $350 like it is. $385 with my edge on both blades. That's in your inventory is GEC Northfield number 48 Improved Trapper Stag. Next up, another GEC. This one, however, is a Titty Celebrating Pocket Cutlery. Made of the best 1095 high carbon steel. Model 78. 2217 in elderberry jig bone. It's a 78 American jack. Standard jack configuration. Beautiful Titty Ute shield. Beautiful elderberry jig bone. Plain end caps and bolsters. Main spear. Pull weight 7.5. Full flat ground, no etch. Perfect walk and talk. Front mounted secondary pen, big usable pen. Condition, centering is perfect. Okay. Condition will be near mint in tube. I couldn't find one of these anywhere. This has got to be a deal. $195 like it is, $225 with my edge. That's in your inventory as GEC Titty Ute number 78 American Jack elderberry. Next up, it is a Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knife from GEC. Another 78 American Jack. A 782217 in Gabon ebony. 3 3/4 inches closed. Cloud shield, double line bolster. Plain end cap. That Gabon ebony looks 3 feet deep. Main blade is a spear point. Long pull cut swedge Northfield etch polished blade. Pull weight 7.5. Walk and talk are stunning. There's your pen blade. Centering on both implements. Down the middle. Condition on this one, near mint to like new in tube. I did find a couple of these, 2 of them on eBay sold listings. One sold for $269, one sold for $284. They couldn't have been nicer than this one. This can be yours at $250 like it is $280 with my edge on both blades. That's in inventory as GEC Northfield number 78 American Jack Gabon. Next up, we have one called the Cold Steel Combo. One comes in this big old box. It's an OSS. One comes in this little box. It's a Kyoto 2. Here is the OSS in a Securex sheath with a nylon dangle and a snap. This is a double hollow, double edge clip point blade. Sharp, sharp, sharp. 8 3/16 inches of blade. 5 1/8 inch sub-hilted Crayex handle. Condition is like new in the box. And then you got a Kyoto too. 8CR13 MOV blade, 3 7/16 inches long, 3 7/16 Crayex handle. Very nicely how they did the Japanese sword pattern in the Crayex. Pretty cool. Let's put him back. And let's put him back. Both knives like new in boxes. I think the OSSs sell for about 70 bucks brand new online. 26 for the Kyoto 2, then you have shipping and postage and all that. Both are like new in the box, suitable for Christmas giving. The combo 75 bucks plus 50 if you want all these edges sharpened on the OSS, plus 20 if you want the Kyoto 2 sharpened. That is the cold steel combo. Next up, we have a very special fixed blade from Bastinelli Knives. It's the B.A.K with black PVD coated blade. Comes in a Kydex sheath with a tech lock. It is a Karambit Bowler N690 blade steel, 3 5/16 of wicked Karambit, 4 3/16 inches of G10 handle. It is like new in the box. These are out of stock everywhere. When they were available, they were $320. This one can be yours $210, $240 with my edge. That is the Bastinelli B.A.K. Next up, we've got 3 from my personal collection, part of my motorcycle funding project. First, a Great Eastern cutlery knife from the Northfield line. It's a number 44 Buffalo Jack in Cocobolo with brass hardware. Model 441218. This knife has been in my safe its entire life. It is unused and uncarried and unsharpened. Take a look at that Cocobolo. Are you kidding me? Chamfered and stamped end caps, rat tail bolsters, bullet shield, main clip, 8-pull, long pull, cut swedge, satin finish, perfect walk and talk, big usable pen, like new in the tube, a perfect example. Let's do it for $195 like it is. $225. I sharpened both blades. The GEC Northfield number 44 Buffalo Jack. Next up, it's not very often you see a rendezvous knife come up for sale, and tonight's your night. From the Northfield Unexcelled line, we have the 2017 rendezvous knife, the 38 Special in LVS Powa Abalone, model 381117, rendezvous knife number 34. I try to get 34 every year. Some of you guys know this story because of Sweetness, the great Walter Payton. Here is the knife. Would you looky there? That is laminated veneer sheets, one on top of the other, and then stabilized in acrylic. Look at the chatoyance in that set of covers. Lined and pinched end caps, lined and pinched bolsters, and then you got that super special clip. Big old swedge, nail neck. There's your rendezvous knife etch. It is a 7-pull on a cam tang. Beautiful walk and talk. Perfect centering. It is like new, in the tube, never been used, never been carried. I could find none of these sold on eBay. I did find 3 for sale, current listings, and these were non-rendezvous knives. So these were Northfields with cloud shields. Okay. This is a rendezvous knife. Oh, the listings were between $380 and $405. This knife can be yours $200, like it is. $220 with my edge. That is the GEC Northfield number 38 Special LVS Abalone 17 Rendezvous. That brings us to the last knife in tonight's sale. It is a Chris Reeve small Sebenza 21 in Singo micarta, left-handed. My personal knife. Born July 10th, 2014. It is a left-handed, small in Singo. It's got some minimal trails. It's got some hand oil in the black canvas micarta. Action is beautiful. Lockup is solid. And the centering is, don't know if you can see it, but it is very slightly off to the right. Here's why. I don't know, maybe 4 years ago, I had a customer who had boogered up the washer. He pinched one when he assembled the knife incorrectly. And I forgot to order him new washers from Chris Reeve. So I took my washers out. I put them in his knife, and frankly, it's a small Sebenza. The action's beautiful. The lockup is beautiful. And frankly, I never looked at the centering again, and I just never got new washers. So that's the story. It does have my edge on it. I'm going to call it excellent in box. Just so you know, guys, this knife, this model, and this configuration is selling, sold listings on eBay, a pretty good sample size between $420 and $547. This knife with a little booger on one of the washers, $350. No need to sharpen. That is in your inventory as the Chris Reeve Small Sebenza 21 in Singo Lefty B.A.K micarta. And that will bring us to the end of another knife sale on the Apostle P channel. Get them before Christmas, boys. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Merry Christmas. I'll talk to you soon.